Hey, I'm DC with part 2BL, Too Furious.
Hi, I'm Topher, and I'm ready for part 2, Cruise Control.
What does that mean?
Oh my God.
Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie. I love it.
Yes, Sandra Bullock. Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Edison, and this is part 2. Yeah. Wait.
You want the electric boogaloo? You can have the electric boogaloo.
Okay, Hi, I'm Edison, and this is the sequel. Because no one asked for me.
Oh, welcome everybody back. Welcome to this corner of YouTube that we like to call Femmes React with our very special guest again, Topher. Yay!
Welcome back from last week.
It's been so long. Have you guys been?
Oh my God. It has been a month of Sundays since we saw you last. Great to have you back so we can finish out these other 4 previews from the GMMTV preview for 2024, part 1. We're doing part 2 of part 1. We have any thoughts for these coming up?
I don't know what's in store for us in this little bunch that we're doing here, but I'm excited and optimistic like I was last video. We ended last video with a fantastic trailer, and I'm hoping that we have at least one of those this video as well. And yeah, I'm optimistic.
I think these trailers are going to include the Japanese adaptations, which I have mixed feelings for. Because we haven't seen the Cherry Magic one, I don't know what to expect from GMMTV, but I just hold Japanese BLs on such a high pedestal, and their humor is so unique and over the top that it's hard to see that translated, I think, with the actors that we know are going to be in these situations. So I wonder what an adaptation will look like, if they'll capture the same jokes, if the same vibe. The first one I know that we're going to watch is Ossan's Love adaptation, which is so over the top, so goofy. I really hope that they keep the shower confession in this adaptation.
A shower. I love a shower.
But it's Earth Mix, and Earth is very funny.
Put Earth and Mix in the shower, please. Please do this. Yes. I am on board.
From what I'm heard, it's not like a direct adaptation, like retelling of a story. They're just like doing different parts of the story. So it's not going to be an exact like copy of what went down before. So, and one of the things that'll be very interesting is that, especially GMMTV and Thailand, is more about selling couples and ships and things like that. So I think there's going to be more of a heavier BL element, especially Ossan's Love, like where it was like more of a comedy and it happened to be BL. I think for this is going to be like more about the relationship, more about the cuteness, more about selling the ships and stuff like that. So I think that'll be interesting on that. And just especially what you said, they have a different sense of comedy. And I just really see Thailand as having especially GMMTV, it's just like some of the comedy is like flat. It's just like if you didn't have a sound effect, you wouldn't know. It's like, oh, we're supposed to laugh here. So yeah, it'll be very interesting.
I just think Ossan's Love has been wildly popular as well, because they had a Hong Kong adaptation that I watched briefly of. Like, it's probably one of the bigger Japanese shows to have come out, and that was on Real TV. Like, I don't know what Real TV is called, but like TV in Hong Kong. So that was interesting, and they stretched it out. But also, like, what did you think of the original one? Because for me, it was really interesting because the main character, he did not convince me that, or at least I read him as someone who was on the A spectrum. Did you get that? Like,
No.
Nope. Okay.
No, I didn't. And the whole thing about it is that and this is what I just took them as being in Japanese society where it's a lot more reserved. It's a very cultural thing where it's not like where you have in Western societies in Australia or US and stuff like that, where you're just like, oh, I love you and all this other kind of stuff. But it was culturally just like, I didn't get that from him. And especially coming from a society in which you're a little bit more reserved. Yeah, nah.
Ossan's Love โรแมนติกคอมเมดี้ซีรีส์จากสถานีโทรทัศน์ช่องหลักทีวีอาซาฮีประเทศญี่ปุ่นเรื่องราวความรักอันวุ่นวายของหนุ่มออฟฟิศที่ครองใจผู้ชม
Yes, the shower scene.
หนึ่งในซีรีส์ที่ถูกพูดถึงมากที่สุดของประเทศญี่ปุ่นได้รับคำชื่นชมมากมายจนกวาดรางวัลจากเวทีชั้นนำหลากหลายสถาบันโดยถูกเผยแพร่ทั้งในรูปแบบซีรีส์และภาพยนตร์
Yeah, that's the Hong
รวมถึง
Kong
มีการ
one.
นำไปรีเมคเป็นซีรีส์ในต่างประเทศ
サワディーカップ田中圭です。
サワディーカップ吉田幸太郎です。
サワディーカップ林健人です。僕たちが出演するおっさんずラブがタイ GMMTV でリメイクされるということでとても嬉しく思っております。
タイでは一体どんなドラマになるのか僕たちもワクワクしています。
タイの皆さんにもぜひおっさんずラブを楽しんでいただきたいと思っております。
そしてなんと日本では5年ぶりにですねおっさんずラブの新シリーズおっさんずラブリターンズが放送されることが決定しました。
今回タイでリメイクされるお話の続編となりますのでぜひ合わせて注目していただけたらと思います。
Wait, a sequel to the Thai one?
1月からの放送となります。ぜひお楽しみに。
それでは
Wait, that's soon. That's like 2 months away.
ปี
So
2024 นี้ GMMTV พร้อมจะสร้างความประทับใจครั้งใหม่ใน Ossan's Love Thailand
Okay.
Oh, that is like The Bachelor. Oh, that's what we get.
I kind of knew about the announcement, but it like the movie that they're doing with the original cast is a sequel to. It's interesting the way it's not really telling it's a sequel to the Thai one, but you know, it's all going to go online. It's supposed to all go online. So
they're gonna cross over. It's a crossover. Maybe, but it's also in conjunction. The Thai one is in conjunction with the Japanese company and the Japanese people and what they're doing and stuff. So it's not like something that's totally separate. Okay, well, we didn't get anything else. Next one is My Golden Blood.
เคยถามตัวเองว่าอะไรคือความหมายของการมีชีวิตอยู่อะไรคือเหตุผลที่ยังมีลมหายใจนั่นสินะอาจเป็นเพราะว่าผมไม่มีวันตายก็เลยหาสาเหตุของการมีชีวิตอยู่ไม่เจอ
That'll do it for you.
คนคนหนึ่งได้ผ่านเข้ามา
Oh.
Was that the Mama Gogo house?
Yes, that's just from Mama Gogo.
Oh, my
การมีชีวิ
baby.
ตอยู่ผมจะใช้ทุกวินาที
Oh my god, Nia, it's a villain
Oh,
again.
what? Oh, so much is happening.
เพื่อปกป้องคนที่ผมรัก
Oh,
หรือ
yeah,
ความชี
okay.
วิตมันก็แค่การได้ดื่มเลือดดี
Oh, is this the vampire? Okay.
มึงแม่งเก่งเกินมนุษย์ว่ะ
Oh my god, GMMTV, Breaking Dawn.
ที่ลงมาช่วยกอบกู้ทีมพวกกูก็ได้นะ ห้ามหายไปไหนอีกนะ
ใครบ้างจะไม่อยากได้เลือดสีทองของไอ้เด็กคนนั้น มันคือเลือดที่ทรงพลังที่สุด ส่งตัวมันมา
ไม่มีวัน
Oh my god.
Yes. Hello. Welcome back.
ผมก็อยากดื่มเลือดมันเหมือนกัน
Oh, Lord.
เลือดสีทองกลิ่นของมันรสชาติของมัน
Yep.
จะทำให้มึงกระหาย
มาร์คคุณไป
แค่เพียงหยดเดียวเซลล์ทุกเซลล์ในร่างกายมึงจะตื่นขึ้นมึงจะได้สัมผัสความเจ็บปวดที่หอมหวานที่สุดไม่มีอามนุษย์ต้นไหนทนความอยากนี้ได้
อยู่ด้วยกันก่อน
Stay with me too. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's cute.
Go ahead, Topher.
Well, I see some things that make me excited. I see some things that make me nervous. Things that make me excited. I love the idea of dabbling into supernatural elements. I mean, I grew up watching Charmed, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, all that kind of stuff. Those are some of my favorite things from my childhood. So I live for that shit. I love it. So I love the idea of them crossing into this sort of vampire-esque territory. The only vampire BL I've watched thus far was Kissable Lips, which was an experience to say the least. It happened. It was a series that happened. I'm intrigued by the thought of GMMTV going down that sort of pipeline. I'm nervous with some of the special effects that I'm seeing, which not saying that I need the most top tier, this, that, the other kind of, like, because again, I grew up with Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Charmed and whatnot.
Right.
I can overlook some bad special effects for the sake of TV. I get that. But there was them, like when they were floating and looking at each other, I was like, this looks special. So I hope that, that was just, we're rushing to get this trailer out, and once the series actually goes into production, there's a little bit more care, this kind of because I watched Enigma. I loved Enigma, and I felt like they did a good job with some of the CGI and special effects that they did in there. So it is possible they have the ability to do a decent job with some of these special visual effects. So that's really my main reservation I have right now. Some of those special effects might come off a little unintentionally hilarious, and I would hate for that to be like a downfall for what potentially could be an intriguing series. Yeah, I've got lots of other thoughts, but you guys can talk.
It's not for me. It's. I mean, I like Charmed as well, but this reminds me very of Twilight, and I was not a teenager for Twilight. And
not even Twilight. Like, vampires suck. The Twilight parody.
I think this will be very popular for that age group who would like a Twilight, who would like the whole I'm this special person, I have special blood, and there's this immortal being who is fighting their cravings to be with me, how romantic. But it's just, it's not a fantasy I want to be involved with. I don't know, supernatural beings fighting over me, it's hard enough to get anyone
I can't even get regular.
how am I going to believe this
regular
situation? Right, I already have problems with regular natural things.
Regular natural, even subnatural, like.
So I'm just kind of like the whole, Mary Sue, like, you're very special. You're the prettiest girl in the room. Of course you are, Dan, or whatever your name is in here. Gawain. So it's interesting to see Gawain. Obviously, it's interesting to see Josh's name. Yeah. It's very interesting to see Joss's breakout BL role to be a vampire, and for him to be paired up with Gawain. Everyone was wanting him to be paired up with Luke, the other kind of GMMTV hunk that they promote. So it's an interesting pair. I just, the demographic that it's appealing to and that Joss is appealing to, I find it unfortunate. It's kind of like, Robert Pattinson didn't enjoy playing Edward in Twilight, so I just can't imagine what Joss would be. Maybe he really wants to be a vampire? I don't know. It's fun, but I don't think I would want to watch this.
My first foray into the BL vampire was Red Wine in the Dark Moonlight. Yes.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've had it sitting literally on my laptop for like 2 years at this point. With the attention.
It just left me with just like, what? So that was my first foray into it. And just like the special effects don't bother me because I used to watch Xena and Cleopatra 2525 and Hercules and those stop motion everything. That was okay. So it doesn't bother me. It is giving like Twilight, like BL Twilight. And that was good when I was younger. But I'm just like, okay, I'm not out rushing to see this. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. I'm like, okay. I'm glad that they're going with supernatural. I'm glad they're doing something else with the story and stuff like that. I think, unfortunately, I saw Pluto.
It's just too high of a standard.
It is too high of a standard. And like, it's like Pluto and Ossan, and then this, which is just like, I guess it's middle road. If I didn't see everything else before this and have no expectations, maybe. But also I'm not saying I'll give it a pass or anything like that. I'm never going to see it. But it doesn't tickle my fancy. But I'm just also not. I don't hate it. So.
Are those fangs retractable? Like, could he even do a certain acts with fangs?
I'm assuming because, like, in his just normal day-to-day life, they're playing basketball. I didn't like see any giant protruding fangs. So I'm assuming it's a.
But what if the fangs only come out when you're horny? Like,
what?
I don't know.
Look, vampire lore in all kinds of medium is different from property to property. So maybe that could be how it works here. I don't know.
There's a lot of garlic in Thai food. Okay, I don't know. I'm sure there's certain rules that don't apply.
Different vampires in different countries with different cultures, and they act differently. They were in the sunlight playing basketball,
and he didn't sparkle not once.
Right. So
I don't know that I'm necessarily the target demographic for this. I will still enjoy it because they're hot guys who are going to be shirtless at some point. During the series, and hot guys shirtless at some point biting on each other's necks. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that. So
maybe,
but I don't know that. Yeah, I feel like if it were geared towards me, like as an adult, it would be more along the lines of Interview with the Vampire, less Twilight. Like this feels very much geared towards, okay, hey, little young, 18, 19, 20-year-old something. Here's some cute little young youth adult fiction, whatever. I like the premise of vampires. I would love to have take Lestat, take Lestat and Louis and just turn that into a BL series. Give me the full unedited BL series of that relationship. Give me that. Those are the vampires I want. Throw some Antonio Banderas in there too. Yes, that is the adult vampire series my heart yearns for. That is what I crave. That is what I need. So it'll be cute. It'll be fun. But it won't satiate that hunger in my pussy. But anyway, go ahead.
I think that like since this is GMMTV's first foray, really big foray into this, I think they're gonna like play it safe and then see how it goes out, and then from there, if they're getting good responses, maybe go off and do bigger and better things. So we can have more supernatural things after this. The Supernatural Brothers and it'd be out. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, I would watch that too. Let's go. Sam and Dean, let's go.
With Cass in there.
Yes, let's go.
There's your threesome.
Look, GMMTV, I'm begging you, please.
Oh my God.
Give me some. I don't care what series, just give me one, please.
They're gonna come to this video and go, why didn't we think of that? Thank you.
Hire me as a consultant for your next round of series. I will write you the most fire storyline. Just give me a threesome, please. I feel like I won't say it's a waste of Joss, but like Joss in my mind, I've had very limited experiences with him, but he has just such a, like, this is a grown-ass man kind of presence, and it feels like a shame to have this grown-ass man playing this sort of young adult fiction kind of character. I'm like, GMMTV, you got no shortage of young sweet faces out here you could have thrown, because like it doesn't feel like it's going to be a vampire series that I'm going to have to take terribly seriously. So I feel like it's not necessarily requiring this delicious dark grown ass man. Like it just needs a pretty face, and you're gonna get any pretty face. Like I feel like if we're gonna use Joss, we should give him something he can sink his teeth into, metaphorically and physically. Like just give him I don't know that this is gonna be that serious that he can really just bear down and, you know, go to town with.
Go to town. It is a very interesting pairing. Like Gawyn and Joss is not something I would predict, because Gawyn's got Chris. Like I don't know why they're not pushing that anymore.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see the comments and not necessarily the show.
Oh Lord.
ผมว่าชีวิตเรา แต่ไม่รู้ว่าชีวิตผมแม่งคิดอะไรถึงได้ส่งผมมาเจอกับ
Oh, I love these pants. Oh, and my oh, yes, this is the series I need.
Wait, who's this?
Officer tight pants.
Oh.
ไอเนี่ยยอยักษ์ไม่รู้ว่ายักษ์แค่ชื่อ
Yes, God. Yes, God.
คือโอเคนะ บางคนกายภาพเกิดมาตัวใหญ่แต่ของที่ได้มาอาจจะไม่ค่อยสมดุลก็ได้
The angel music.
รู้ยังอะว่าทำไมเราถึงชื่อยอยักษ์
I ain't mad about it.
ส่วนผมชื่อวันดีหมอผ่าตัดที่เซ็กซี่ที่สุดในโรงพยาบาล
อีก 4 เดือนกรรมการจะพิจารณาทุนที่คุณขอน่าจะข่าวดีนะ
เรามาเป็นแฟนปลอมๆกันปะ
เดี๋ยวนะ ไม่อยากเป็นแค่เฟรนด์ผิดแล้วบอก
ได้ปะล่ะแค่4 เดือนเอง
เฮ้ย สรุปชุดกูอ่ะใส่แล้วได้นอนปะ
Hey! Drake!
Oh!
ขย้ำแล้วนะ
Oh!
This is awakening something.
เก่งแต่ในโรงพยาบาลหรือไงฮะ ที่หลังเวลาต่อยมวยอ่ะไม่ต้องใส่ที่ครอบฟันกันนะที่ครอบปากดีกว่า
ไม่เอาอ่ะ มันจูบไม่ถนัด
แรงๆพี่เย้เย้แรง
Oh!
ๆทะลึ่งละ
Okay, you look 7.
Didn't you? Aren't you meant to be in Pluto? Oh my god.
หมอชอบไหม
Oh, my baby!
ที่ผ่านมาทำไมพี่จะไม่รู้
Oh!
พี่คิดยังไงกับพี่
Huh? He?
แล้วนี่ตกลงมาเป็นอะไรกันเหรอ
ไม่มีใครอยากเป็นตัวสำรองของใครหรอกนะ รู้ปะ
เฮ้ย
Oh, hey, sir!
สร้างใช้กำลังแบบเนี้ยหยุด
Hard, fight back!
1 2 4 มันป่ะทำได้แค่นี้เองเหรอวะ ที่บอกว่าอยากเป็นแชมป์อ่ะ
กูแค่อยากมีชีวิตธรรมดาเหมือนคนอื่นเขาบ้างไง
รู้อะไรไหม เราต่อยเพื่อนายนะ
Oh, you do?
นี่มันพระเอกซีรีส์จากเรื่องไหนเนี่ย
หมอน่ารักขนาดนี้เนี่ย คืนนี้ขอเบิ้ลนะ
ถ้าเราหยุดแค่ช่วงเวลาดีๆแบบนี้ได้ก็คงดีเนาะ
ออกมาคืนนี้อยากได้กี่ครั้งถ้าฉันบอกรักเธออยากฟังกี่ครั้งก่อนหมดคืน
My baby!
อยากได้กี่ครั้งฉันจะบอกรักเธอ
And
Oh, yes, pull that leg up, baby. Oh. Those cramps get you. Should have had a banana first.
he was having a banana. That gave him the cramp. So, Edison, do you have a look there?
I feel like we should rewatch it.
For research.
For research purposes.
Things we missed.
Did you have your furry awakening watching that?
I did. I was like, yes, where are those bunny ears? We have diplomatically said, you know, we are not the demographic for these previous BLs. And GMMTV understand. They understand that they have a big market to hit.
From what I've heard.
It's big.
And that was so adult. I was like, how are you gonna show these trailers to the same people back to back to back? These teenage girls need to cover their eyes. This is like this. Are they gonna go like in an OnlyFriends direction where there's a bit more more explicitness on screen? I don't know. There's these two newbie actors, right? Teddy Bear Guy, and I didn't watch all of Manner of Death, but that guy, and it's like, cool, we got, you know, a new hot pairing. It's an interesting premise. Boxer and a surgeon, friends with benefits to boyfriends. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with Pod as an instigator of drama and this other girl, and but I'm intrigued just only because it's saucy. I don't know what else the story is about.
I'm excited, if for no other reason. I mean, obviously I just came off of Miracle of Teddy Bear like 2-3 months ago, something like that, relatively recently. So In is still fresh in my mind. And I was excited because this is one of the few that I think people had like mentioned to me. This, My Golden Blood. Why? Don't know about that one, but okay. But this, My Golden Blood, and a couple others. So like I knew that In had made his way over to GMMTV, which I'm like, okay, that's great, because I would love to see more of him on my screen. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but I would love to see more of him on my screen. And obviously, if anyone's watched my reactions to Manner of Death, y'all know how I feel about Great. That man. I ain't never seen a police officer in my life with pants that fit so goddamn well.
Right?
I don't know who was building the uniforms that day, but they were doing the Lord's work the day they built that man's pants, because praise God, praise Jesus. So I have enjoyed this man for quite some time at this point. So the idea of him just being part of a BL ship in general is always intriguing to me, but the fact that he's like the lead, the main ship, I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. Storyline, that's nothing terribly new, but it looks cute enough.
What is the storyline? I did not pay attention to it.
Well, from what I gathered, they have an existing sort of friends with benefits situation. Then it said turns to boyfriends with benefits, which I'm like, the fuck does that mean? Like the benefit is you are my boyfriend. What strings do we have attached to this? But I'm like, okay, but seem to have some sort of friends with benefits situation. I don't know at what point they cross over into let's be boyfriends or whatever. I don't know if that's before the whole Pod situation approaching him like, hey, because apparently Pod looks like he's got some sort of interest and he's had an interest in a long time. I don't know if he's an ex or if he's just
I think he's a crush.
Unrequited
finally
love,
like, yeah.
You know, looking at the distance. That's what I was getting out of it too. But you know, he finally got up the guts to shoot his shot, which I'm like, you know what, go ahead, baby, shoot. You fine as hell. You should.
But I think it's the other way around.
You need to shoot it. I don't know. I don't know. But the homeboy over here was terribly upset at the idea of him potentially kissing on somebody else who wasn't him, even though they're friends with benefits or boyfriends with benefits or whatever the hell the dynamic of the relationship is. I don't know.
I think In had a crush on Pod, and then Pod was finally like, okay, you know, let's do this. And then Boxer Dude was like angry, but that's dangerous because you're a boxer. Your fists are legally weapons in this situation. So
yeah, the narrative I'm putting in my head right now is that they did not clearly define the terms of their friendship with benefits or their boyfriendship with benefits. So similar to Boston and Nick. We'll come back to that since it's fresh on our minds. We didn't clearly define what the nature of this relationship was going to be. So
But then why are you jealous?
One of them's out here like, okay, well, we're just friends, or we're fucking around and we having fun. So okay, this guy over here wants to come talk to me. I'm gonna go talk to him. This one comes along and wants to be jealous. It's like, hey, we didn't.
I did find it really refreshing that he was like 4 months. That's way too soon to be boyfriends. I was like, oh, hey, that's... You don't hear that often, I think, in these shows, where they're putting a realistic timeline on their feelings, or like, let's not rush too much.
It looks cute-ish. It looks fine. There's a lightheartedness to some of the scenes that I'm seeing that's like, okay, it feels like it's not going to be something that's terribly emotionally devastating. At first, for like the first half of it, it was reminding me kind of like, Why Are You? Where I'm like, okay, there's something, a little saucy about this ship, but also there's this comedy, there's this lightheartedness, there's this sort of tongue-in-cheek push and pull, cuteness about it. I'm like, okay.
They were pushing and pulling, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I could get down with this. And then the whole, you got a big dick. And I'm like, let me, but obviously they're not going to show me, but I'm like, here it is, the elephant trunk sound. Tone the T vibes. It's cute. It'll be cute. I feel like I've been waiting for these two actors individually to get together for so long. Not physically to get together, but to be in some sort of leading role again. So I'm like, let's fucking do it. Let's do it. And then we've got Drake, who
Drake.
Yeah, Drake is.
Get your nurse's outfit off. I don't know.
Drake always just pops up. It's
like I'm gonna take a break from being a doctor or whatever the hell my job is, and I'm
Drake just goes like, surprise, motherfucker! Like, just like, forget about me. No. Well, first of all, I fell in love with a Miracle of Teddy Bear. Like, just that watch through of that, and I watched it while it aired. It was 3 times a week for like, I think it was like 2 hours or 3 hours or something like that. And it became a labor of love, and it was just ups and downs. And then you got I think after the first week, you're just like, I'm going to see this to end. And it just,
I'm already 18 hours in.
Right? You're like, we not giving up right now. We just brush your teeth and bear it, and just like, but the payoff with it, and just the way that his character was, I was like, when that was over, it left such a big, and it just the way it ended, and I was like, I want to see more of him. Manner of Death. When I was watching that, and I was watching it with some people, we all talked about there was another character in the series, and it was them pants. Them pants. It was just like, and somebody in the groups was like, oh, there's the costume designer especially put them in those pants and whatever. And I never thought, I believe that we should all take quality in our own work, but sometimes we should get raises for the extra work that we put on. And I think that person deserved a raise. Wherever you are right now, if you just happen to come upon this video, I thank you, Topher, thank you, and all the viewers of Manner of Death, thank you.
You deserve an Oscar. give them a Tony, a Nobel Prize.
You should automatically be EGOT for that. But no, I did enjoy him in A Manner of Death. And just to see them together, I want to see him again. It does give me that like not OnlyFans. I'll keep saying Only Friends. Okay, what is this? Where are we going? And all this other kind of stuff. It also, what I got from it is that the boxer is either like bisexual because when N was going off with someone else, he was talking to, I guess, his friend or this girl and she has some designs on him. Some bisexual representation would be nice. Okay, it's not that I love you. I'm bisexual, and you know what? I'm into you. Okay, and it doesn't mean I'm going to go off and cheat and stuff like that. But
Right.
you know, so a little bit more bisexual representation, that'd be good. I am interested in this. I am. I'm not just because of it's more adult than everything
They're
else.
They're grown folk.
Right, but then
They
also
got bills.
they gotta show up at work. They gotta pay bills, and you gotta do it every month. Every month. So with that, it's dealing with those things like situationships and like where we are, and okay, we've kind of said this, but you know, aren't mad the partners in it too. Like I enjoy seeing Pawn. I just do. Mama Go. He's just like one of the like GMMTV stars that I'm just always like happy to see. Like Drake is there. I don't have anything against Drake, but it's just like he just always shows up like a bad penny. Like he's just like, but he's never.
What do you have against bad pennies?
I don't have anything against bad pennies. It's just a saying. You're going to be like, what does this mean? Cake and bad pennies and cakes. I'm interested in seeing this. I would see this. It's on the list to see.
He's gonna go save that pink slipper. Like, I was always like, you forgot about the slipper.
I spent so long talking about this damn slipper that never came back.
I was like, you said you'd rescue her, but you forgot about her.
I'm like, yo, it's been 11 episodes. Where's
the slipper?
But yeah, I'm excited to see this whenever it comes out. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna jump straight on it. Like, I don't know if it's not Pluto. But you know, I'll watch it at some point. Definitely. Probably like 2 months after it's finished its airing, because that's just my prerogative. But you know, at some point, I'll watch.
I'll most definitely watch this. If not on YouTube, I will watch it on Twitch. It will be watched.
Okay, next show.
มีความเชื่อว่าคนที่เราแอบชอบลงไปในยางลบความรักของเราจะสมหวังผมชื่อตอมนี่มัดหมี่ผมแอบชอบมาตั้งแต่ม .4 วันนี้ผมจะเขียนชื่อเขาลงในยางลบเชี่ยเขาอยู่ไหนวะ
อะตอมยืมของเราก่อนก็ได้นะเราไปดิ
ฮะไอกองทัพเฮ้ย
นี่ของมึงเหรอ
ไม่ใช่
They stole your sound effect.
I mean, it's publicly available, but
น้องเว้ย มันมีอยากรู้ว่าทำไมถึงชอบมันวะ
ก็เขาดูเก่งดีอะแถมยังเป็นที่หนึ่งด้วย
ไม่เอาอย่ามองอย่างนี้แม่เราไม่ให้
Oh, this cat.
ชั่วคราวนะ มึง
This cat is the new
สนิท
star.
กับไอ้อะตอมใช่ไหมไอ้อะตอมเป็นคนยังไงวะ
เป็นคนที่ตรงข้ามมึงทุกอย่างอ่ะแม่ง
Who are all these new people?
โอ้ขี้กลัวเป็นที่หนึ่งเชี่ยใช่ถ้าจะมีอะไรที่มันเหมือนมึงก็คงเป็นความใจดีมั้ง
ขอโทษทีนะ แม่เราแพ้คนแมวอ่ะ นี่ไม่ร้อนละ
โอ้ยโอ้
กู อยากจะเคลียร์กับมึงเรื่องชื่อวันยังลบอ่ะ
ไว้เดี๋ยวกูเก็บไปคิดดูนะ
เหรอ
มึงรอกูหน่อยนะ
คิดว่าคนเราจะเปลี่ยนไปชอบอีกคนหนึ่งโดยเพราะเรื่องเข้าใจผิดปะวะ
เชี่ยจะบอกนะถ้ามึงโดนกองทัพมันตกแล้วอะ
เฮ้ย
เลิกลากนะมึงอะ
ไม่ใช่เว้ย สเต็ปต่อไปรีบใช้ยางลบให้หมด แล้วยางลบจะเสกโมเมนต์ให้เรา
แล้วมึงรู้สึกยังไงกับตอมกันแน่วะคำว่าชอบของมึงเหมือนของมันไหมวะ
ถ้ากูบอกมันแล้วกูโดนปฏิเสธขึ้นมา แม่งไม่เจ็บไว้เหรอวะ
ถ้ามึงเก็บไว้อย่างนี้นะเว้ย มึงยังไม่มีวันสมหวังนะฮะมึงลบรอยดินสออ่ะมึงลบได้นะเว้ย แต่มึงลบความรู้สึกที่มึงมีให้มันได้หรอ
ยางลบก้อนเนี้ยไม่ใช่ของกู แต่ความรู้สึกที่กูมีกับมึงอ่ะมันคือเรื่องจริงเว้ย ไอ้กองทัพโอ้โหเนี่ย
เรื่องนี้จะเป็นเรื่องเข้าใจผิด แต่ความรู้สึกของกูกับมึงกูว่าตรงกันนะเว้ย
It's cute.
Okay.
That was the last twin.
Oh, okay. Obviously, they are still very young. And they look it, so they're going to be playing high schoolers for a long time. They both got fresh faces. They've got good skin. They're going to be in high school for a very long part of their careers. So I feel like we're going to probably, if they decide to continue down the GMMTV rabbit hole, whatnot, we're going to see a lot of these series. It feels very reminiscent of My School President in a lot of senses for me, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I just feel like I've seen it, which is usually my commentary on most high school themed dramas in general. I feel like I've seen it. So yeah, it'll be cute since there is a lot of similar to My School President. I'm optimistic that, like My School President, they will do something with it where it's like, yeah, looking at the trailer, it feels like the ordinary blah 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 blah, but in actuality there's going to be something about it that's intriguing, captivating, and done just so well that it makes me forget the fact that, oh yeah, this is just the 800th high school drama I've watched in the last like 6 months. But yeah, it's very hard for me to disassociate this from My School President when like they literally wearing the exact same uniform. They're literally like, it's just the same two characters. Like we just switch classrooms. It feels like so close. But you know, again, they were a very popular ship. We got to strike while the iron is hot. We can't let them lose steam or momentum. So I get it.
Yeah, it's so hard to see initially, maybe because they're very early in the filming, or they're very early in just conceptualizing that the actors haven't created a character that's based outside of what they know already, because I agree, I don't really see different people from outside My School President. For the My Love mix-up, you know, there's the character who's a dork, who's a bit more shy, reserved. But both characters have this sensitivity about them that I really thought was endearing. Can't remember their names, but the taller guy, the way that he was so open about... Yes, that one. He was so open about a guy having a crush on him that he was so respectful of that and considerate of like, you know, this could be a possibility that I should consider and you should give me some time and I'll sincerely think about your feelings. And there was this whole amazing episode when they were doing the play in which, you know, he had to dress as a girl and people were kind of like making fun of the situation or thinking of it lightly, but there was this really wonderful moment where the other dude was like, no, like, why would we laugh at this? Like, it's totally not weird that two guys would like each other. So I don't get that maturity from them. It's hard. It's gonna be hard for me to, yeah, unsee the My School President and then unsee the original thing and mesh them together.
Sota Kowski. These two actors are going to have a lot of work ahead of them because My School President was insanely popular, but then also Kyura Hatsukoi was also insanely popular. And so when looking at this new property, they're going to have to do battle with both of these pasts and do something to get them away from what you associate with them in the Thai world, but then also this property, get it away from what you associated with in the Japanese world. I really, really like Kyoto Hitsukoi. I am open to other retellings of a story or other like that. That being said, it's probably not going to be on my top of the list to see. It feels like already from the trailer, they're really taking this metaphor of the eraser and things like that, and maybe there's something magical about the eraser and having to use it up and all of that kind of good stuff. I think the original was a little bit more of both of these people saying this misunderstanding and them both falling in love with each other about this misunderstanding. I'm reserved about it. I'm not one of those people love mix-up can never be done again, and oh my goodness, why would the Thai people or why the Thai companies trying to do this? And I'm not saying that at all. It's just it's if somebody says okay, it's real good, I'll give it a look, but right now I'm just not in my top 10 list of things that I've got to see right now from this trailer. So,
which is saying something because we only watched 8 things.
Okay, so why you guys because first of all, that's 32.5.
We're still on last.
Right.
23.5.
23.5. And then also the Off-Gun cooking show is there. Okay. So the only reason I'm still just not in the top 5 because GMMTV hasn't, plus the Ossan's Love movies coming out.
Okay.
So there you go. There you go.
11.
And apparently the policeman's butt gets its own little category.
As it should.
Yes. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts about this part 2 or this group? And this is just part 1. And part 2 will be coming out in December.
Oh, God.
About more stuff. Yeah, about more stuff. They
gonna make me more promises that they may or may not keep.
I think for us, I guess our priority for watching is gonna be the boxing show, Pluto, and Ossan's Love. That's kind of where I'm probably gonna hover around in terms of the stuff that I'll be looking forward to. For next year.
That feels about right. Well, I don't know anything about Ossan's Love, so I can't really, other than what you guys have told me throughout this, because that little announcement told me absolutely nothing other than that it was insanely popular over here, and then there was this adaptation over here, and now Thailand's got an adaptation. Well, that's great. I knew that. So I have no idea what it's about still, but I've heard nothing but great things from DC about this series, so I'm assuming that it's a magically delicious series. So I have it on my what did I name that list? End of the year reaction list. My list of things I gotta look at before the year ends. Nothing really drew me oh my God, I need more of this, except for Pluto. So
well, that brings us to it, and another wonderful reaction video with Topher, who we would love to see you again at an annual end of the year take on the Best of BL 2023.
Well, you and Edison gave me my homework, so I got stuff to catch up on before that video takes place. So I have things to talk about.
all of you great members of the family, come back to us next week when we start for 7 days before Valentine's. We're starting that next week. But also, when you come back, follow Topher. Follow him down below. He's amazing. He's doing the Untamed right now, which is amazing.
3 episodes left.
Right. And that's work. He's putting in that work.
Y'all thought Miracle the Teddy Bear was work.
Right. So follow Topher. Follow us. Topher stands on business. And so until next time, everyone, see you later.
Bye.